Energy. It benefits our lives in thousands of different ways. Unocal has been exploring for and developing energy resources since the late 1800s. Today, it's a multinational company involved in virtually every facet of energy production, as well as some new technologies which hold promise for the future. A future that, for the men and women of Unocal's Science and Technology Division, is taking shape today.
One 100 years ago, our goal was to find new ways to refine the heavy crude oils found in California. Today, our mission is much more complex. At Science and Technology, we're finding new ways of exploring and producing energy resources. We're also working constantly in improving our petroleum refining technology, and we're developing new chemical products. Nowadays at Science and Technology, we're also involved in finding new methods to help our company operations reduce their impacts on the environment. In fact, if you want to sum up our mission nowadays, it's finding new ways to meet tomorrow's energy needs and at the same time improve the quality of our environment.
In the early days of exploration, to find oil, you would simply go to a structural high point of a particular area and begin drilling. Today, it's not quite that simple. Oil is a lot harder to find, and exploration techniques must be environmentally compatible. For that reason, satellite images and photographs are used to help understand geologic conditions. A picture of what's above ground does help to focus exploration, but getting a picture of what's below ground is the only way to tell where petroleum might be. To get that picture, we do what's known as a seismic survey.
They're connected.
We collect seismic data by shaking the ground using mechanical equipment located in a truck some distance from us here. The sound waves or the seismic waves that propagate away from that truck propagate down into the earth where they're reflected off of rock layers below us. And these sound waves or seismic waves then come back up to the surface where they're picked up by seismometers or geophones. And the signal from that travel by cable to this recording truck.
Okay, all quiet for a shot. Here we go.
Well, the end result of the seismic data is a 3D image that we obtain after processing the data through the computer.
This 3D image is used by interpreters to map the subsurface and locate where oil may have accumulated. Another way to find out how much oil or natural gas could be under the ground is to take a core sample from the area. Researchers at S&T are working constantly to improve these and other technologies, ensuring the success of Unocal's exploration efforts.
Finding new and better ways of producing natural resources, such as oil, gas, and geothermal energy out of the ground, that's what production research is all about. Today we are using computer simulation to do analyses for the development of oil fields that 5 years ago we just could not have done. We are focusing on making wells more productive while at the same time minimizing the impact on the environment of drilling. One technique we are using to accomplish both goals is horizontal drilling.
The traditional way to drill for oil is to drill a hole straight down. Now, oil is usually embedded in rock or sand, which means with one well you can only take oil from a small section of the underground oil field, which is why you usually see many oil wells working side by side. With horizontal drilling, we drill a hole down and then curve it at a pre-planned angle. What this does is allow us to get at a larger portion of the oil field with only one well. Consequently, we make a more productive well, and we need fewer wells on the surface.
In the case of offshore oil reserves, where in the past we might have needed 3 platforms to produce oil from a given oil field, now we might need only 1 or 2. That's progress for the society.
In other words, horizontal drilling can reduce development costs and limit the environmental impact.
From raw crude oil, we get a variety of different products, including gasoline, jet fuel, diesel. The goal is to maximize the amount of high-value products like gasoline, diesel, and minimize the lower-value products. Here at S&T, we test processes developed in the laboratory here in a pilot plant so that we can scale up and simulate real-world conditions. For instance, we're developing catalysts to improve refining technology and improve the way we make different fuels to make them more efficient, more environmentally sound. We're doing a lot of work these days with reformulated fuels, ways to improve the quality and performance of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel to make them burn more cleanly and efficiently.
What that means for the general public is a higher quality gasoline that has less of an impact on the environment. What it means for Unocal, the company, is greater gasoline sales and stronger customer loyalty. Unocal is also the world's largest producer of geothermal energy.
Okay, I'm going to get this sample and I'll be right there. The geothermal wells produce a mixture of brine and steam. The steam is used to produce electricity. That electricity is produced cleanly to the environment. That system is much cleaner than burning oil or gas. The end benefit is that it allows us then to use geothermal energy to produce electricity and allows us to save our oil for transportation fuel.
Fertilizers and crop protection chemicals for agriculture is another area where Unocal S&T is pioneering new products. One of the most exciting advances has been the development of a new herbicide that has a minimal impact on the environment.
Well, this herbicide does its job in destroying unwanted plants and then breaks down very rapidly into simple carbon and nitrogen compounds that you'd find in the soil normally. Well, the benefits of this herbicide are twofold. Number one, the farmer is going to be able to continue to grow his crops productively, and we think more productively. Secondly, he's going to be able to do this without posing any threat to the environment, either soil or water.
While meeting today's energy and environment demands is Unocal's main focus, we're also looking into the future with advanced ideas in a variety of fields.
Our group is probably doing some of the most far-reaching research in terms of new technology, which we feel will not only help the company, but be very important to improving our society in the next 20 years.
Some of the new products Unocal is developing include materials that will go into cutting tools, engine parts, and advanced ceramics for engines and drilling bits. They are also conducting research into materials that will help prevent corrosion in geothermal plants. In addition, Unocal has begun researching fuel cells, a new method of generating electricity while limiting the environmental impact.
It really allows one to take natural gas and other fossil fuels and convert them directly to electric power with nearly twice the amount of electricity produced for the given quantity of fossil fuel. They have very low emissions, and we feel it will be very important for the LA Basin as well as probably later for the world in terms of reducing the amount of air pollution that occurs.
At this facility, you'll find some of the most advanced research equipment in the industry. But for all this technology, we still know what our most valuable resource is. The resource that provides us with each new vision, our people.
I would describe the people at S&T as enthusiastic,
talented,
persistent,
environmentally aware.
The best way to describe people working at S&T is to say that we're working to make Unocal an even better company while benefiting our whole society.